Hello and welcome to this evening's Google Hangout. Thank you so much for joining me this evening on this beautiful sunny afternoon, evening even. I'm having to kind of like sit like this because the sun is just like streaming in my eyes and I don't have a blind or anything. So excuse me if you see me trying to get like this and get away from the sun. But massive thank you for joining me tonight. It's just me this evening. If you managed to catch my last Google Hangout, you would have seen me hanging out with Victoria Player, which was a lot of fun, very enjoyable. And if you are on my list and you haven't caught the recording of that, I will be sending that out again tomorrow along with this one, just in case there's a few people that didn't manage to catch that and have the time to watch it. Because what Victoria and I talked about kind of leads in very nicely with what I'm discussing tonight. Obviously, Victoria was talking about a personal brand, and I am talking about something similar, but from a image perspective, from a confidence perspective, and from the perspective of you getting really visible in your business. So I just want to give you a little bit of an intro, a bit of a background into me and how I became the spiritual stylist. For those of you that are new to me, hello and welcome, and thank you for signing up to my Google Hangouts. There is going to be a change. I used to do these once a week, but I'm actually going to pull back and do them every other week now. So every other Wednesday, I'll be hosting a Hangout. Mainly just because trying to do one once a week with everything else that's going on with me and being a single mom is proving to be quite tough. So I'm just going to be doing them every other week and getting into that routine of you guys knowing that I'm here on every other Wednesday and that there's going to be a hangout. So tonight I'm going to be talking to you about how you can get confident, get really visible, and how you can get a truly authentic image and brand and what that represents to you. But before I go into this evening's content, I'm just going to give you a quick overview, especially to those of you that are new and you might not know who I am or why I'm here or how I came to be the spiritual stylist. So I rebranded this year as a spiritual stylist. I've been working as a stylist previous to that, helping women to create a personal image and a personal brand. So there's nothing new there, but what I realised last summer was that the clients that I was working with had some deeper level stuff going on. It wasn't just about going out and buying fabulous new clothes, creating a new wardrobe, clearing out their old stuff and bringing in the new. I was noticing that there was a lot more going on, and I was just scratching the surface with helping my clients to pick out fabulous clothes. And I went through quite a few of my own personal things last year, and it meant that I took 6 months out of the business. I didn't really mean for it to be 6 months, because at the time I was actually going to shelve my business and put it aside for I didn't know how long. I wasn't sure on what my plan was going to be there, but I knew that whatever I was doing just wasn't quite working. So I spent quite a little bit of time on myself, doing a lot of inner work, doing a lot of journaling, picking up my spiritual practice, and that helped me to really connect to me and myself, my message, my core beliefs, and what I believe about women and business. And that led to coming up with the spiritual stylist, which I rebranded as I said, back in January. And that means that I now work with women on a mind, soul, and body level. And for me, it's really about helping women to create a truly authentic image and brand that represents who they are, their personality, but also their business. For me, what I have really noticed is the first thing that we see of people's businesses is them. It is you. The first thing somebody sees of your business is you. Whether it's a picture of you on your website, a picture of you on your Facebook profile or Twitter or Google Plus, or whether it's you speaking or doing a video or doing a hangout, The first thing somebody sees of your business is you. And if you don't feel aligned, or you're coming across as not being aligned, as knowing exactly who you are, what your business is, how you represent it, you will come across the struggles and the lack in confidence that it really takes to create a sustainable business. And that's what I want to talk to you about this evening. There will be some live Q&A at the end. I always try and squeeze in a few questions. So if there is anybody that's got some questions, please feel free to post them in the Q&A box. I'll be checking that in a little bit. And okay, yeah, so that's me. That's how I became the spiritual stylist. I can't believe it was like only 6 months ago that I rebranded in my business. It's been a crazy, crazy few months for me. If you've been following me and you know my story, you'll know that I went through a breakup like 4 and a bit months ago. And that has meant me looking at my business in a different way. And that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this hangout tonight, because for me, what I have realized is the most important thing in my business is building strong, solid foundations and creating sustainability. And I probably wouldn't have done that if I had still been in that relationship. So that has caused me to look at my business in a completely new and a completely different way. I would think that I wanted to make a certain amount of money, and actually what I need just to build in strong, solid foundations is a lot less than that figure that I originally was aiming for. And that meant that I could kind of take the pressure off myself and be like, okay, right, what do I need just to create sustainability? What do I need just to create some strong, solid foundations? And what I quickly realized was that it was about client and cash flow. And that's exactly what my clients have been experiencing recently. And the issues that they're coming up against is that feeling of being frustrated, that you are putting the effort in, you are putting the work in, and you're just not getting the results that you're looking for. Maybe you are spending quite a lot of time online, speaking to people, connecting with people, joining groups, maybe you're going networking, and you know that getting really visible is just like so key. It's like probably the top thing you need to do in order to start getting that client flow in and getting the cash flow in. Because if you're not visible, people don't know that you're there. They don't know what you do. And in order to get visible, you have to be able to show up as a leader. Your clients, or your prospective clients, need to see you as a leader. And obviously there's many ways that you can get visible. You can do hangouts like this, you can go networking. You know, I'm not speaking to people that don't know what to do. You know the steps to take. You know it's about going speaking. You know it's about getting out there, running your own events, or doing a joint venture with somebody else and doing an event with them, or it's doing a Google Hangout like this, or it's going speaking. You know the steps that need to be taken, but they're just not happening, or you're not getting the results that you want. And what I am finding that is coming up for the ladies that I'm working with, my clients at the minute, is that it comes back to that confidence, having the confidence to get out there and just get visible and just do it. It also comes down to a personal style issue. So like really knowing who you are, what your style is, and that you can just rock up to any event and be a leader, and that someone is going to know that they are listening to you, and that whatever you have to say is really important and can really help them. And that comes from a place of it's an inner confidence, but it also has to come from your style, from your image, from your personal branding. So that is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this hangout this evening, because I'm seeing a lot of women with this problem, with this issue, this feeling of being fed up that things aren't really going the way they want them to, not getting the results that they're looking for, that feeling of frustration, that feeling of being stuck, that feeling of knowing that you have to stand out from everybody else, because it's not about competition, but it's about saying that you're there and that the people that need to work with you can find you. They know that you're there, they know that you're sharing your message, and that they can easily come across you. Whether that's on a Google Hangout or a live event, they know that you're there. They know that you're offering discovery sessions. They know that you are there. And that really comes back to that whole getting visible. It's so, so important. And there's a lot of factors within getting visible. It does come down to confidence. It does come down to knowing who you are on an inner level and how you can express that through your image and your style and your personal branding. And I found from speaking to my clients recently that one of the things that they're feeling really stuck with is the whole image side of things. So they know really, really well what their core message is and who they're speaking to. But their ability to express their own, like their personality through their image so that it represents their business and who they are, that's where they're coming unstuck. So maybe they are in a place of kind of just doing what they've always done with their style and still getting the same results. So they don't feel amazing when they are in their clothes, with the clothes that they've got at the minute. They may feel quite uninspired by what they've got in their wardrobe. They may even have become moms and feel that they have slipped into like a little bit of a mummy look without really meaning to, because I mean I have a child as well, so I know what it's like, that in the week you're running around, you're doing the school run and you just want it to be easy, you want it to be comfortable, you know, you're mucking around with the kids, you're getting dirty, you're cooking, you're cleaning, you're doing this, that and the other. But when you run a business, you want to feel that you own it, that you own your business, that you own your space, and not to forget that you just want to feel awesome, you just want to feel amazing. And why not? You know, why shouldn't you? So I felt it was really important to bring this hangout forward and to speak to you and the ladies that have signed up, the new ladies, which is amazing, and I'm really grateful for the people that want to share this space with us. And just take the time to notice that you're here for a reason, you've signed up for a reason. Whatever it is you need to hear will be said tonight. I'm going to talk to you a little bit at the end about how you can work with me on a deeper level. I don't usually kind of like sell from my hangouts, but I feel really strongly about this at the minute, and I've created something that's really special and I'm really excited about it. And it may be something that speaks to you, it may not, but if what I'm saying speaks to you, then you can jump on a discovery session with me and we can look at your options and look at how we can get you visible in your business. So okay, I'm going to give you a few tips now on how you can get visible, get some confidence, and start creating an authentic image and brand. I'm just going to take a sip of water. Laurie's talking. Okay, so I want to give you some practical advice that you can say, do you know what, actually, I can go away and start thinking about that now. So I want to try and give you like a few little tools that you can take away with you that you can use to get confident and get visible in your business. I mean, I've just jumped straight into content tonight. Usually I'm talking for a little bit longer than this. And I've just jumped straight into the content. So but obviously there's a lot that needs to be said. So there are many things that you need to do on a practical level in order to get visible. So yes, you do need to know the marketing, know where your clients are, know what your core message is, and that you're going to get visible, and that you are taking the practical business steps in order to get visible. But in order to get visible with yourself on a confidence, in a confidence way, on a confidence level, what I want to share with you is that it's going to come from within. And yes, I can give you I can take you shopping and go and buy you some amazing clothes and help you just sort that out immediately, which will give you the confidence boost. But would that last? My experience isn't, it's not going to last. And that is the main reason why I changed my business to working on a mind, soul, and body level. Because we all have conditioning, we all have beliefs, and whether they come from society, family, friends, the people around us, they become ingrained in us, and we can make the decision to continue believing that, or we can change our beliefs and we can start to feel really good about ourselves, and we can create the confidence that we need in order to get visible. So if you're finding that you're having some issues coming up around getting visible, maybe it's to do with a belief, maybe it's to do with, there's a fear that comes up around speaking, I would suggest that you definitely need to look into that. You need to address that. And if that's on a level of you start journaling, you meditate on it, you've got a spiritual practice, then great. If it's on a level of coaching and working with mind and beliefs and changing your belief patterns, then brilliant. If it's a combination of both, definitely. I would definitely suggest that if that's something that comes up for you, then you need to look at working on mind and soul confidence as well. What else do I want to share with you tools wise? As I'm going to go through, I might flip back and just keep dropping in like little tools that you're going to need to get really visible in your wardrobe, in your business. That's because the next thing I was going to say was to do with your wardrobe. So the one thing that you are going to need is like a super awesome rocking wardrobe, and it's something that needs to represent you. It needs to speak your personality. It needs to represent your business all at the same time. So a lot of my clients say to me that they probably have a lot of the same stuff in their wardrobe, and then so that when they go out shopping, they don't bring in anything new. And when I'm saying new, I mean something that's in a different style that they wouldn't normally wear, or a different colour, or something that's a different option. They tend to just keep buying the same things and just replacing the old, or not even replacing it, just buying something new and leaving the old stuff sitting in the wardrobe. And it's quite counterproductive to do that, because first of all, you're going to see a wardrobe that's quite jam-packed full of stuff, but you're still going to be saying that you've got nothing to wear. Nothing suits, nothing fits, nothing works right for your business. It doesn't really represent who you are, and you don't feel inspired by what's hanging up in your wardrobe and sitting in your cupboards and your drawers at the minute. And if you don't feel inspired and you don't feel that what's in your wardrobe and what you wear represents you or even makes you feel good, when you go speaking, or when you're with a client, or you are doing something like this, like a Google Hangout, your client is going to feel that as well, because it's a confidence thing, it's an energetic thing, and it speaks, it radiates well past you, and your clients will feel that, or your prospective clients will feel that. So it's really important to have a wardrobe that is just so you, and you can just get up in the morning, and whatever you're doing, you know that what you're about to put on is you, is your personality. It represents you, it represents your business. Because the other thing that's really important to share here is understanding that when you run a business like this, like most of the women on my list run coaching businesses and businesses that work with other women in quite a holistic way, is that you can meet somebody that's your client at any point. You are representing your business all the time. And that doesn't mean that you've got to get your heels on, get a dress on, and get all dressed up just to walk out the front door. But it means that whatever is in your wardrobe speaks of who you are and your personality and what you do. I have met people in the past where I have like been in the room with them, had a conversation, not really had much of a conversation, but then gone to ask, oh, you know, so what is it that you do? And been told that they run a business in this, that, and the other. And I didn't look at them and think that they ran a business. So, and that can happen at any point. Like your prospective clients are all around you. And if you meet someone and you say, oh yeah, I run a business, I'm coaching, or I'm a relationship coach, or I help people with money issues, or I help people with this or that or style, and you don't look like you run a business, or that you help people with style, or you help people with confidence, or that you just don't own it yourself, then they suddenly become a completely uninterested party. It's about knowing who you are, owning it, and saying and having your image speak of that. I hope that makes sense. I think I went off on a bit of a tangent there. So yeah, having a wardrobe is really important. An awesome rocking wardrobe that represents you is really important. Yes, you've got to have the marketing stuff down. You've got to know what you need to do in order to get visible, definitely. And the next thing that I want to share with you, and it leads on quite nicely from having this kind of like awesome rocking wardrobe, is like really dressing for you, your individual style. And I've spoken before about power dressing, and I know that for a lot of us, especially that we've been in the corporate world, like power dressing is like women in suits, or women wearing a jacket, a blazer and a skirt and heels, and being like quite like we're just fitting into a man's world. And I just kind of like flip it on its head now. So for me, power dressing is about owning your style. Whatever you want to wear, whatever you feel comfortable in and confident in, as soon as you put it on, power. You feel amazing when you get dressed, when you go out, whether it's dropping the kids off to school, going shopping, or going networking, or working with a client, that you feel really good and you feel in your own power. You feel powerful in what you're wearing, because people do pick up on that energy. And it's really important for you to know what your individual style is and how you dress for that individual style. That is so, so important. And, you know, it's quite difficult for me to sit here and say, right, now go and do this, this, and this, and this, and you'll know what your individual style is. For a start off, it comes from an inner place. And you know that a lot of the times you might go to wear something and you feel very uncomfortable in that. Then you know that's definitely not something that's going to help you to stand in your power. But then you can go too far the other way and wear things that you feel very comfortable in and still feel a bit like I don't really feel like this is inspiring me. It's about finding that balance, finding the balance of who you are, what you want your style to be, and what you want it to say about you. For me personally, I wear a lot of colour. I love bright colours like pinks and blues and oranges, and I wear a lot of colour, and I like to wear kind of like gold, trashy jewellery and big rings, and that kind of represents a little bit of me, you know, being vibrant and being colourful. I love pattern, I love to wear a bit of vintage, I love to wear high street, and I love a bit of designer, so I really mix it up. And when you know exactly who you are and how you want your style to represent you, then that becomes a lot easier, that representing your brand and representing your image. And the power dressing, it's just happens. And it doesn't mean that by power dressing that you have a certain wardrobe that you wear for work, a certain wardrobe that you wear for networking, a certain wardrobe that you wear when you're mucking about with the kids and when you're doing this, that and the other. It means that everything just blends together quite nicely, and there's a nice theme running through everything, and that you can still feel really confident in what you're wearing. And the reason for that, and as I've just mentioned, is it becomes very motivating in itself. It becomes very inspiring in itself. You know, imagine just knowing that you get up in the morning and maybe you've got a networking event that day or a speaking event, you're speaking live, and you know that you can go to your wardrobe and everything in it represents you, represents your business, and you feel really confident and comfortable in the items that are hanging in your wardrobe. You know you're going to step out that door and you're going to feel amazing. You just know it. And that's really the whole point of power dressing. So that is something else that's really important when you're creating an image and your personal brand. So something else that's really important, and I kind of touched upon it earlier, is when we go out, well, I don't, but the clients that I work with tend to do this, go out and buy the same things that they've already bought, and not even throw out the old stuff that they've got, they just kind of replace it. Wardrobe organisation is one thing that I do, and I recommend it with my clients. A lot of my clients want the shopping experience, which is amazing, because obviously within that day you can have really quick, speedy transformations. But then it's really important to do the ground level work as well, and wardrobe organisation is one of those things. And the reason why I speak about wardrobe organisation is because everybody knows the 80-20 rule, and that definitely applies to women and their clothes. So a lot of us just wear about 20% of what we own, and the rest of it just sits there. Maybe it's because it holds nice memories for us. Maybe it's because we think one day we'll definitely wear it again. Maybe it's because we just like to feel like we've got a lot of stuff, and if we threw it out we would feel that we didn't have anything to wear, but actually you wouldn't, because you're only probably wearing about 20% of it anyway. Sometimes it's 70-30, but most people that I work with, it's 80-20 or 70-30. And one of the things that I would really like to share with you here is a couple of little tips, and this is something that I do myself, and I'm quite ruthless when it comes to throwing out clothes. If I haven't worn it in 1 year, then it goes. If you haven't found an event to go to in a year that you've worn that item, then it's probably not likely that you're going to find something within the next 12 months to wear it to. If it hasn't been worn in 2 years, then it definitely needs to go. And if you can work within that, what you'll find is that you start to weed out all the things that don't serve you, that you don't wear, and that you'll start to be left with things that you do wear. They might not massively speak of who you are, your personality, your business, your brand, but at least it's things that you feel comfortable in, things that you wear, and it's not just sitting there kind of clogging up space. Because another reason for this is that on an energetic level, you need to clear the space energetically to allow the new stuff to come in. So you might be telling yourself, I need new clothes, I need new clothes, I need new clothes, because I want to represent my business, I want an awesome image, I want an awesome rocking wardrobe. But then maybe the money's not coming in for it. But then if you did have the money to go and buy those new clothes, where would you put them? Where would you hang up the beautiful new items that you've got, or your nice new shoes? You wouldn't have the room for it because your wardrobe is chocked full of stuff that you don't wear. So and it's also, that's another reason it's really good on an energetic level to clear out your stuff. There's lots more to wardrobe organization, and one of the things that I do when I'm with a client, especially if they've just especially if we've just been shopping, is to show you how to build in the new with the stuff that you've already got in your wardrobe, and how to throw out things that don't serve you anymore, and how to start recognizing the things that aren't serving you. I think that's really key, is like start recognizing what doesn't serve you. Sorry, I'm just looking down here at my notes. Okay, there's something else that I want to speak to you here, and that is about colours. So a lot of people that I know that do similar work to me, and that work on a styling level and a branding level, personal branding, personal image, talk to people about colours from the perspective of what suits your skin type. There's definitely place for that, but what I feel is really important is knowing how to wear colours that empower you. So the colours actually empower you, what you're wearing, what you're doing for that day, for that event, for that, you know, whatever you've got going on, that not only does your outfit empower you, but the colours empower you. So it was kind of like last spring, I started to really look into this and start to be absolutely fascinated the meanings behind colours, and there's so much to it, and obviously I can't in the next sort of 20 minutes give you all this content, all this information about colours. So I'm just going to talk about the chakras and the chakra colours, which are the energy points that run through our body from kind of the very bottom of your spine right to the top of your head. Sorry, the sun's just getting in my eyes again. I have to move over here a bit more. So I teach from this viewpoint that colours can empower you, and that colours are essential to creating confidence and changing your mood and changing your energy. Yes, I do believe there are certain colours that people can and cannot wear, but for me it's a very organic process, and I work very closely with my clients in order to find out the types of colours that they can wear and the things that they actually just really want to wear, like colour and print. And if you want to be bold, then go for it, because if you've got the confidence and you just feel really good in it, you're going to carry it off anyway. So that's something that I work with my clients on. So I'm going to talk to you about the 7 chakras, what each colour relates to. So this is very brief. Remember that this is very brief and that there's so much more involved in this. So red, which is right at the very bottom of your spine, kind of where your tailbone is red, relates to your base chakra, and that is all to do with security, survival. It's also to do with passion and sexual energy as well. But if, for example, you are having some money problems, or maybe you are struggling slightly to create a little bit more cash flow in your business, then red is a really good colour for that, because it's all about the security, it's the grounding of us. Orange is the sacral chakra, and that is just located just below your belly button, and that relates to confidence, change, your social sphere. So whether that's socializing with family or friends or networking, orange is a really powerful colour to wear. And it also relates to creativity. So if you feel that you need to get your creative head on within your business, wearing the colour orange, or it doesn't even have to be something that you wear, it could be a piece of jewellery, it could be a scarf, it could just be something that you have on you, that can empower you in that way. Yellow relates to the solar plexus, and that is situated above your belly button and just below your rib cage, so in between that space there. And that relates to flexibility, adaptability, and your personal power. So if you're in a situation where you feel you need to own a bit more personal power, or really stand in your power, then yellow is a fantastic colour for that. And a lot of people are going to say, oh, I couldn't wear yellow and that wouldn't suit me. There is a shade of yellow out there that you can definitely wear, I promise you. Okay, green is your heart chakra, and this relates to love, obviously, and compassion and cultivation. So if you are maybe working with a client that maybe needs a bit more loving, compassionate support, or even if it's a family member or a friend, you don't just have to relate this to business. These colours can empower you in every single situation you find yourself in. So green is the colour to wear for love and compassion. Blue is your throat chakra, and for me, blue is a powerful colour, and it's something that I tend to wear if I'm going networking, because it's all about truth, expression, speaking your truth, owning your truth, and just even knowing your truth. So I tend to try to wear that if I'm going networking, because I just feel that it's really important for me to speak my truth about my message, about my beliefs, and about my business. And to me, I feel quite powerful in that colour. So it's started to now be something that I wear quite often. And it's not, like I say, it doesn't have to be all over or, a lot of it. It could literally just be a necklace with a blue stone in it. That is something that you relate to and think, this is because I want to speak my truth today. Indigo or purple, it's a very deep purple, is located here, your third eye, and that's all about your clairvoyance and your soul knowing, that deep inner knowing. So you could wear that if you were feeling a bit stuck with something. Maybe it's a business decision, maybe it's a personal decision, maybe it's just you're not quite sure which direction to take. Then that purple is a really great colour for you. And it could just be that you have these colours in your office, you have something that you can refer to or look to that can help empower you in this way. And then violet, which is your crown chakra and is based right at the top of your head, is all to do with your connection to spirit or to the universe, whichever language you feel comfortable with. And this is all to do with your spirituality and wisdom, and that bigger knowing. It's not so much the knowing on a inner level, it's the knowing on a grander scale, that we are spiritual beings, we are physical beings, and we are spiritual beings, and it's about connecting to that. So that could be really great if you find yourself in a situation where there's maybe a lot of people around and you feel that you need to connect with people, but there's so many people that you're kind of struggling to do that, then that's quite a good colour to wear for that. So that's the little tips and information I wanted to give you on chakras. Obviously, as I said, there's so much involved with colours and the meanings behind colours and the way that they can empower you, that I can't really give you all that information in just one short little Google Hangout. But if it's something that speaks to you and you'd like to know more, then as I said, I would love to jump on a call with you and discuss how I can help, how I work with my clients. And before I jump on to the next tip and then Q&A, if there's anybody live on the call, then please feel free to ask a question. Or if you are watching the replay and you feel that something has come up for you around what I've been saying, then please get in touch and let me know if you have a question. But that kind of brings me nicely onto this amazing program that I've just designed, just developed, just launched. It's really exciting, and the reason I've done this program is for all the reasons that I've been talking to you about tonight. The struggle that I've seen women in, the struggle, the lack in confidence, the feeling of frustration, that feeling of being completely disconnected from their image, from their style, from their personal brand. So I've created a 6-month mastermind program for 4 women. I have got one lovely lady already on board, so there's only 3 spaces left. And this program it's going to help you on a mind, soul and body level. We're going to be looking at all 3 elements over the next 6 months. We're due to start in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to have to just wing it on what's included in the program because I can't remember everything off the top of my head. So each month we're going to be looking at a different element, and we're going to be going through authenticity in style and image. We're going to be creating Pinterest boards for your authentic style, your authentic brand. We're going to be looking at the confidence issues that are holding you back and busting through those blocks. We are also going to be having fortnightly calls where you can jump on a call with me, ask me anything you like about confidence or getting visible or anything that's coming up for you around what's going on within the program or within your business. There's also going to be recordings going out for tips on how you can clear your wardrobe out, how you can get organized, how you can start to throw things away, how you can start to recognize what serves you and what doesn't serve you. And the aim really at the end of this 6 months is that you have nailed your personal style and your personal image and brand, and that at the end of the 6 months we are going to create a 6-month plan going forwards on how you can continue to build in that visibility, build on your confidence, and start building up your authentic wardrobe, because that's something that doesn't happen overnight. So even when I take a client shopping on a VIP day, it's amazing, and the transformation it absolutely blows me away every time. But a lot of the time it's a slower process and it takes time, and it doesn't just happen like that overnight. And that's the reason why I've created the 6-month program. And what I really want to do is, if this is something that speaks to you, I would love for you to jump on a call with me in the next couple of weeks. We can have a session, we can have a discovery session, we can talk about it, you can ask me anything you like. There's also going to be, I'm really excited about this, a celebratory full-day event at the end of the 6 months where all of us that have been, all the ladies that have been on the 6-month mastermind program, we're all going to come together and we're going to have a celebratory day. Because I personally just feel it's really important when you get into that space with people to just come together and really embrace the transformation that you've gone through. So that, if that is something that is speaking to you, it's something that I'm really, really excited about. And the lady that's already joined us, then she can tell you how excited I am about it. I'd love to jump on a call with you. So if you're on my list, I'll be sending all the information out tomorrow on how you can do that, how you can get in touch, how you can book in with me on one of these calls. The last tip I want to give you, which I feel is key, is really, really important to getting an authentic image and an authentic personal brand. And that is to see your image and your personal brand in business as just one thing. They're not separate, they are one thing. And when you get this right, your visibility increases like that. People start to notice you, they recognize you. It's easier for you to show up for speaking events and networking events. And the clients that are there that need you, they know that you're there now. So the clients come in and the cash comes in. Seeing your image and brand as one thing is essential. because the first thing people see of your business is you. And that's just it's really, really important to me that we start connecting the dots within our business so that we can just have, you know, a really awesome, rocking, authentic business, and that we feel amazing when we're doing it, you know, feel amazing when we're with our clients. Okay, so I'm just going to jump over to Q&A. There's been a few people popping onto the call, and I'll just see if there's any questions. If not, like I say, and you are on the, you're catching up with the recording, then please feel free to send me a question. Oh, hello. I've had some people saying hello. Hello, thank you for being here. Thanks for joining. There's no questions in the box at the minute, so I just want to say thank you for joining me. Thank you for putting up with me sitting like this as well, because the sun is just keeps creeping round. I'm going to have to sit on my desk if I move around anymore. So thank you for being here this evening. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to listen to me go on for an hour about image and style and personal branding and how important it is in business. Please feel free to send me any cues if you are watching this on the recording. And I really look forward to connecting with you in a deeper way. And if what I've been saying is really speaking to you, then you can get in touch with me. You can get a call booked in, and we can just get you really visible, get your confidence right up here, so that when you get asked to speak in an event or you get called to run your own event, you've got the confidence to do it, and you know you've got an awesome rocking wardrobe to do it. So that's me out. I might be running this call again on Monday, so if anybody does want to join us live and get their questions in then they can do. And I will, after that, then be starting doing my fortnightly hangouts. So that's me. Good night. Thank you very much. Bye.